into the light,
like
Carol
a deer.
Ann.
He's like a
Carol
deer.
Ann.
Carolyn. Who's Carolyn?
Carol Ann. Step into the light, Carol Ann. Poltergeist.
Bro, I'm not from 1920s, all right? Jesus. You know?
You've never Poltergeist?
No.
Oh my God.
I was an 85 baby. Just remember that.
Oh my God. Really?
I wasn't Mr. Ed era either.
85?
Yeah. I'm not old, Bob. I'm 85 is when I was born. I'm not 1930s like you.
Well, good morning, everybody. You caught Johnny and I talking about how old I am, or how old he isn't, apparently.
Well, he's talking about like Mr. Rogers and Mr. Ed, and what did you say?
No, we were talking about looking into the light. They put on a light here, and I said, "Step into the light, Carol Ann," a line from Poltergeist. And of course, Johnny's like, "I never saw that movie."
I'm not from 1920, so I can't tell you about that's how old you are. Well, welcome, boys and girls. Jonathan Mercado, Bob Hernandez, here for another Facebook Live show. This week, we're just going to call it the final countdown, believe it or not. It's, we're like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks away till Knowledge Fest.
Yeah, Knowledge Fest is coming up fast. If you guys haven't registered, get on it, because you want to get a hotel room. It's summer. It's starting to get really nice. It's in the 80s. Johnny and I are both wearing shorts.
Yeah.
You should be happy that we have this standing in front of us. You don't have to see our legs.
I'll be on my boat this Sunday.
So you get some sun on those legs?
Yeah, absolutely.
You need it.
So, guys, let's before we talk about Knowledge Fest, let's talk about a couple of things, some house cleaning stuff. Sony promos. If you guys aren't aware, there are a ton of Sony promos. A lot of you guys are taking advantage of it. Pretty much the whole lineup is on promo right now.
And it's fire.
Yeah,
Fire.
Absolutely. A lot of guys they're enjoying the speakers, the GS speakers, ES speakers, GS subs, ES subs, the head units from the 3200 all the way up to the 8500, and even the 9000 ES and the 9500 ESs. Those things are flying off the shelves. Thank you, Sony, for bringing these cool promos. Really appreciate it. That's really giving you guys, how we say, a lot of customers are really looking forward to those products. The next promo we want to talk about is Alpine. Alpine has a pretty good promo. Bob, you want to tell a little bit more details?
The Alpine promo is strong. So the Alpine promos is focused around their speakers. Alpine speakers are definitely a cut above. The promo that we were able to get from Alpine is just crazy. I've looking at as how many speakers we already typically sell, and then looking at the numbers from the last couple of days since the Alpine sale launched. Just if you haven't heard about it, get a hold of your Go Fast sales rep. It's just sick. It's off the chain.
Yeah.
Guys are buying products, 2 and 3 and stocking up, because this deal will end. And when this deal ends at the end of June, I believe, that'll be it. So stock up now and get yourself set for the season.
And the same goes for the Sony promo. Stock up now, because we were looking at the numbers and they're exploding, honestly. From previous months, they're exploding. A lot of guys are really stocking up now because of the deal. It ends at the end of June, guys. So make sure you take advantage of this promo going on right now for both lineups. Both lineups are solid. Both lineups are great sounding and have something for everyone.
So just keep in mind that for Alpine, you need to be an Alpine SRP dealer, which requires some approvals and some paperwork. If you're not an Alpine SRP, but you feel that could add value to your business, call your Go Fast sales rep. Get with Johnny, get with Mike, get with Nate, get with Scotty, get with any of our guys that you already deal with, and those guys will be able to help you and navigate through the SRP process.
And the same goes with the Sony ES stuff. If you're interested in Sony ES, make sure you get a hold of your sales rep and just say, hey, buddy, how can I become a Sony ES dealer? How can I bring in some of that beautiful yellow and black products into the shops that are very, very well known in the industry? So both Alpine and Sony have big name recognition in this industry. So make sure, if you don't carry either or, talk to your sales rep. Let's get you on board and let's get you going with those lineups. Next thing we want to talk about is May promo sales. So it's on final days of the Hicksville sale going on right now.
Right, so for those of you guys that have been following us, we had a grand opening Bless you.
Thank you.
We had a grand opening at our Hicksville location earlier this month. We had some people come down. We had some trainings. We had some pizza made, and we had a sale going on for the entire month. Those days are coming to an end. Friday will be the end of the Hicksville grand opening sale. If you haven't had a chance to look at that, get a hold of your GoFast sales rep. He'll put you in touch with all of the brands that had sales for Hicksville, and it was a gamut. I mean, I had 2 full pages of every manufacturer basically giving us a deal on something that we could now turn over to you guys for our grand opening.
Yeah, so that involves some of the stuff like, JVC, KWM 560 BTs, which a lot of you guys are using, Kenwood DMX 4707s, you know what I mean? So that's all stuff that you guys normally use. Make sure you contact your sales reps and get some of those deals now, because we are in the final days. Shout out to McGuire's also for doing the training here in Connecticut. Not only did they do it in Hicksville and got a big group, they did it here in Connecticut. Jamie, I'm
Jaime Araya.
I'm Jaime Araya. Thank you. Shout out to McGuire's for putting on that training. A bunch of dealers showed up here in Connecticut. It was awesome to see them, very attentive. You guys actually had them get on board and actually detail some of the cars.
I cleaned my car.
Yeah, Bob actually cleaned his car. They had some of this cool headlight restoration kits that literally requires no tools. It was literally just sand the headlight down, put their special applicator on, wipe off, and the headlight looks like brand new. So make sure you get it with your sales rep. We have some deals on those. And shout out to all the people that showed up, and shout out to McGuire's. Jaime, I still got your badge, bro. It's here. We'll keep it. Bobby Hernandez will have it. Make sure that he gives it back to you. Next thing we want to talk about actually is, believe it or not, is Knowledge Fest. So Knowledge Fest is fast approaching, guys. And I mean fast approaching. First day of Knowledge Fest is June 7th, all right? So it starts from June 7th to the 9th, right? On the weekend.
9th, right, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And it's going to be at the...
It's at Harrah's. Harrah's in Atlantic City. So that all the Knowledge Fest is all about training. So all morning Friday morning there will be trainings. Take a look at go to the Knowledge Fest website and take a look at what trainings are available. You need to register for them. Speaking of registration, if you haven't registered for Knowledge Fest, you can go to it's https://register.kfest.me.
Here, let me make it easier for you, guys. It's just register.kfest.me. You don't need to put the HTTP, it will automatically generate.
Old people do that.
Yeah, so register.kfest.me. And if you use GFK FAC24, so once again, that code is GFK FAC24, GoFast will pay for your entry into Knowledge Fest. So it'll save you $100 or so, to register for Knowledge Fest by just entering that code. Not only that, make sure you come by our booth, which you can't miss our booth at the show.
You won't miss our booth.
But if you come by our booth 6-7, we have an after party going on that same night. You need to make sure you come by our booth to get your bracelets for that night, because it's going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe on Atlantic City Boardwalk. And dude, it's going to be a party for all you guys, the installers, owners, salespeople, you name it. If you're in our business, we want you there. We want to make sure that us and Davis have everybody that is at Knowledge Fest at our after party, so that way, have a good time, have some alcohol, some food, etc. And let's party on like it's 1999.
That's right. So like Johnny said, when you get to Knowledge Fest, after you've done your trainings in the morning on Friday, the show floor opens at 4 p.m. Come to the GoFast booth anytime between the 4 and 7. Between 6 and 7, they'll have a couple of bar stations set up. It's called Beer and Business. It's sponsored by GoFast and Davis Distribution. Get a drink, come talk to the vendors. We'll still all be in the booth area. During that time, come see us. We're gonna have wristbands for you. The wristbands will get you into the Hard Rock, so you're able to now meet us at 8 p.m. from 8 to 11. We'll be at the Hard Rock partying down hard, getting some food, having a ball. You definitely don't want to miss the KFest after party.
So guys, that's a big thing, and it's coming up. It's literally a week and a half. Right. I said 2 weeks, but it's literally literally a week and a half. Next week.
It's next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday is actually when Knowledge Fest comes. And for all you guys that are on the fence, I'm going to tell you right now, it's literally only a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from here in Connecticut to Atlantic City. If you've never been to Atlantic City, I'm going to tell you right now, think of Vegas, but it's a miniature size Vegas. It's exactly the same kind of setup. You got a boardwalk, you got actually a beach. If you want to bring your family, that's okay, because they have a carnival going on at the boardwalk. They have a bunch of shops and places that you can go into. It's a fun time. It's actually a beach, and it is going to be already summertime, which the water temperature, this past weekend was 72 degrees. So that means you're definitely getting in the water to soak some sun. So make sure you bring your bathing suit. If you want to bring your family, make sure you bring your family. Did the hotel accommodations already end for the special pricing on Knowledge Fest?
Yeah, the code for Knowledge Fest is over, but you can still go. You can still get to Harris. They still have rooms, and of course, there's like Johnny said, it's Atlantic City. There are a ton of great hotels that you can stay at. Harris would be great because you don't have to do any driving. But if you're bringing the family, like Johnny says, you might want to stay at one of the hotels on the boardwalk so that the family has time they could run around. They could go to the amusement pier. There's a ton of stuff to do on the boardwalk. I mean, it's Jersey Shore, right? Maybe you'll run into Snooki, and we could do maybe some GTFM, right?
Oh my God. Anyways, there's gonna be giveaways at Knowledge Fest, so make sure you come see your Go Fast sales reps, or even come see your Go Fast booth to see what those giveaways are. There's going to be Knowledge Fest live demos from Solar Guard and Meguiar's at our booth. So a lot of guys that came to the 2 trainings, they actually saw John from Solar Guard at our New York event, and here in Connecticut they saw obviously Meguiar's. Let me tell you, those trainings are very, very interesting. It just teaches you about how to add additional revenue to your shops. So if you guys are always wondering, well, how do I add additional revenue? A headlight restoration kit costs you next to nothing, and you could charge your customer X amount of dollars, let's say $100 just to do a headlight restoration kit, and it takes you minutes to do, because we had one of our own warehouse guys that has no clue about cars do a headlight restoration kit on his own personal vehicle, and those lights were terrible.
And they were awful. I don't know how he saw out at night.
I don't know either. They were like yellow, you couldn't see nothing. It was like a blinder, and by the time he was done with it himself, 10 minutes, it was clear, like brand new headlights. So guys, make sure you come by, check out those 2 trainers so that you can actually get into something else that you can fit into your businesses about adding additional revenue.
You know what's going to be cool about the trainings too, Johnny, because Knowledge Fest is all about training, but these are going to be in our booth, and it's not going to be a PowerPoint presentation. This is going to be live, and I tell you, I've over the last couple of trainings that we've done, we did the Hicksville grand opening, we had the people from Meguiar's here in Middletown. I'm a big believer in those hands-on. I mean, I literally there was no sit back and watch. The trainer Jaime Araya gave me the spinning.
It's called
thing.
the DA.
Yeah, he gave, and I had to do it, and I got to hands-on. We got a couple of other people, like what John mentioned, one of our warehouse guys doing his own headlights. It's a hands-on thing. It's immersive, and it's just completely different from sitting in front of a PowerPoint and having somebody walk through PowerPoint slides. It's a different type of training. You definitely want to check it out.
So, I'm an installer. I'm a sales guy. I was in retail for a decade. Guys, I can tell you, when I sit in those trainings, I hate, and I mean wholeheartedly, I hate, and this is how a lot of our guys in our industry feel, I hate sitting behind a PowerPoint. I hate sitting behind somebody reading the catalog. I hate that. I want to know the meat and potatoes of the products, you know what I mean? Make it very technical savvy. You want to keep them entertained and really listening to what you have to say. So these live trainings I thought were phenomenal.
There's some passion involved, right?
There really is.
Passion. It's not just like Johnny said, watching a PowerPoint. And there's nothing wrong with PowerPoints. They're a big part of our business. Right? Whenever we're doing trainings, these guys, we're doing trainings literally every week, and most of them are going to be Zoom PowerPoint trainings. But so when you get in front of somebody and he's doing a live training, and the trainer is passionate and he's all about what he's doing, it takes it to another level. You just get immersed into the training, and you'd start to see the possibilities. To Johnny's point, for a lot of you guys that are not doing detailing, that headlight kit that Johnny was referring to, that's a great kit for you to do yourselves and make some money. It's a great kit to put on your shelf and say, hey, this is something you can DIY and just sell it over the counter. So there's
no tools. No tools.
Everything is in the box, and like Johnny said, these headlights were it looked like somebody was sitting smoking about 3 packs of cigarettes inside of those lenses for about 10 years.
Yeah,
and he came out clear.
It looked like brand new headlights, and I was blown away how easy it was to do and how easy it was to do. The same with all the other trainings. Like John does a great training when he does window tint. So we've had a couple of our window tint at our shows, and that PPF and window tint, these guys are laser focused on those trainings. You know what I mean? Like, wow, this is interesting. This is great. When we do the hands-on training with the installation, like the clean wire setups and stuff like that, a lot of guys are like laser focused just because it's something that they want to get into, but they don't know how to get into it. So these trainings are by far one of the best that I've seen in the industry so far. A lot of manufacturers starting to do more hands-on, like Knowledge Fest in general, and it's now a lot of hands-on, a lot of technical, like installer base. That's the beauty of Knowledge Fest, is that you're going there to learn about a line that maybe you don't do it, or maybe you do, but you don't know the technicality behind all of it. That's why Knowledge Fest is very important, guys. That's the reason why you should make sure you go. And like I stated before, it's June 7th through the 9th, so it's a weekend. Maybe you have to close up on a Friday, but at the same time, you're going for the weekend to learn and make sure you get up to a par with all the latest and greatest going on out there. One more thing we want to talk about Knowledge Fest is there's going to be, if you haven't downloaded it already, you might have it from previous shows from our show, but make sure you download Event Z app. It's on the Play Store on Apple and also Google. It's called Event ZEE. It's going to ask you for a code on the My Events. The code is going to be KFest 2024. Make sure you download that app. It's pretty cool because it's gonna tell you all sorts of different things going on throughout that day. It's gonna give you a schedule. It also is gonna give you like little challenges to do, and there's gonna be kind of a competition between who fills all those challenges, like we do at our shows.
Right. So for those of you guys that have been to our shows before, the app is put onto your phone. You're going to then hunt for QR codes. The QR codes will be in the booths of every one of the vendors that supports GoFest. So the challenge would be to go to each one of those vendors, make sure that you speak to those folks, talk to them about what's new, because each one of them has something that's of value for you to learn. Scan that QR code. Once you've scanned all of the QR codes that we have for vendors that are attending Knowledge Fest, you'll be entered in to win the prizes that Johnny was referring to. So I know, as a teaser, one of the grand prizes is going to be a Blaupunkt e-bike. That's a $1,600 value. Blaupunkt e-bike will be one of the giveaways at Knowledge Fest. Download that Eventsy app. Come to the booth. If you don't know, if when you get there on Friday, if you're not familiar with the Eventsy app, come to the booth. We'll get you set up. Hunt down those QR codes. See those vendors, and enter yourself into a drawing for some really great prizes, including the Blaupunkt e-bike.
So, Bobby, can I win another Blaupunkt?
No, you can't win another Blaupunkt.
Come on.
Johnny won the last we had a Blaupunkt e-bike contest for our sales reps, and Johnny won it. And so it's kind of funny to see Big John on one of these e-bikes.
Hey, Big John's getting skinny, bro. Careful what you say there. But anyways, guys, so make sure you mark your calendars. June 7th through the 9th, Knowledge Fest. It's happening. It's coming right around the corner. Next thing we want to talk about is Brand of the Week. So this week, our Brand of the Week is Kicker. I don't know a soul that don't know who Kicker is. If you don't know who Kicker is, shame on you. Go back under the rock that you are in, because Kicker's been around for decades, and I mean absolute decades. Kicker has developed some of the best sounding speakers in the industry, from your mild all the way up to your wild with the Kicker Q class. Kicker has marine amplifiers. Kicker has your basic speakers, like CS series speakers, which are the 6.5. Well, let me start up. From 2.75 all the way up to 6x9s to fill in all the gaps. Light up speaker rings, subwoofers from the comps all the way up to their comp Qs, Kicker comp Qs. Now the comp Qs obviously are their big dogs. Those are the ones that really, really hit. They are coming out with the Warhorse amplifiers and also their high excursion subwoofers, the L7s that they're coming out with. So they have a SKU for everything. They've got amplifiers from the entry level, low bass, like if you're doing a Kicker Comp 8 and you need a small amplifier, you do the CXA 400.1. That'll power the small subwoofer. Now they go all the way up to the 2400 watt CSC series. They're coming out with a new line of KS series amplifiers. And like I said, the Warhorse, if you haven't played around with those amplifiers, those things are heavy, impactful, and insane power output. So going through the line real quick, like I said, Kicker makes also shallow subs. They make two different series. They make the Comp VT, which is your single voice coil shallow subs that handle 400 watts RMS. They make it from 8 all the way up to 12. The Kicker RT, their other shallow series, they make it all the way from a 6.5 all the way up to a 15. Now those are pretty cool because those Kicker RTs are dual voice coil and they handle some power. They really do. They handle some good power. So if you're looking for shallow subs, definitely take a look at Kicker. They also make marine subwoofers. So for a lot of you guys that aren't familiar, Kicker makes marine subwoofers. These are IP rated. They work on motorcycles. They work on boats, UTVs, ATVs. Don't even say it, Bobby.
Did you say motorcycles?
Don't even say it. I knew you were gonna say it. They handle some power, 175 RMS. They make these in 12s of free air and sealed boxes. They make a light up ring so that if you're doing a boat, obviously you can buy the marine inside speakers in 2 flavors. You could buy it in a non-lit backlit LED light, or you could buy it with the backlit LED light. Most people these days, they want the backlit LED lights on their boats just because it's kind of like a wow factor. So Kicker has made grills to go on these subs that actually are backlit also. I can't say, I had too much tongue twisting. But they do all sorts of different things. They make marine amplifiers. They make the PXA amplifiers, which are tiny, tiny amplifiers. These right here, the Kicker Key amplifiers also that are, built-in DSP for high-end audio systems. The PXA amplifiers are great compact size for any application that requires small footprints. They make also the motorcycle speakers, which go on the handlebars and face, they make it in chrome or black. So a lot of guys like a Harley Sportster that you don't have a fairing to actually put speakers in, you can add speakers to that with one of their PXA amplifiers, tiny footprint, and their Bluetooth adapter. They make marine radios, so gauge style radios that have a backup camera so that if you have a big boat, because I don't have a big boat, but Bob has a big boat.
Any boat I can fit in is a big boat.
You could back up the boat into the dock area and see what's happening in the rear view just by that gauge style radio. So they have those. They have marine amplifier, marine speakers. They carry marine and also copper amp kits for pretty much any application, because as we've always said it in our world, CCA, copper clad aluminum, is okay for low power stuff. But when you're starting to get into the big power stuff, 600 watts or more, we always say, make sure you buy a copper amp kit. And Kicker has some of the best copper amp kits and wires in the industry. So make sure you check out Kicker. They make, like I said, they make the Harley stuff. They make specific radios for Marines. They make all sorts of stuff. Kicker's lineup is not something that, they have everything for everyone. So, Bob, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, Johnny, you do a great job of getting a little technical. I probably do less technical. I spent some time in Stillwater, Oklahoma last year. As you guys know, they recently had their 50-year anniversary. I remember going through their museum area, for lack of a better term, the Kicker 2 box. I bought that box back in the day in the back of my covered wagon. I had that sitting back there, and I was just jamming out as I was going across the Louisiana territory.
I'm jelly. He got to see that awesome facility. Kicker has a gorgeous facility. So if you're around Stillwater, Oklahoma, make sure you visit the Kicker facility. You will be amazed.
It's amazing. And yet, I think that really came across is, while Kicker, certainly from our perspective here in New England, it's this huge, big company, right? It's Stillwater Designs. They've got all of this fabulous product. But when you get down there, and the place is also super impressive, but the people there, it's a family. It's literally a family. You still have, Steve is still there and running the ship, and he actually addresses the entire. Whenever you do, if you get to the opportunity to do a tour, he addresses the tour. I had our rep Matt Matheson. Shout out to Matt Matheson. He's just aces. He took care of every detail while we were there. I was there with. Mike Hungerford from Cartel. I say, hey, Mike, what's going on? BJ from Broken Silence. The three of us went and toured it. We were the representatives from the Northeast. It's a family company. It's a family business. It's on top of the fact that they make some of the best product in our industry. Just supporting of a company like that's American. It's here in America. They're in the heartland, right? Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's just. If you're going to support a brand, you really want to look at a brand like Kicker and support that brand.
Yeah, they're not about putting fake numbers on their products. They really are. There's a lot of companies out there that put 10,000 never happening watts when lightning strikes. You guys already know which ones they are. Kicker puts the actual RMS and max power onto their products. They don't play games. They don't want to let you think that this is a 1200 watt subwoofer and you actually put 1200 watts into it and it pop it. They want you to know that this is going to be the real power that you're going to put into it. They're gonna be ROHS certified. All their products pretty much are. They're part of all the groups that are, from marine life all the way up to buying groups to just special CEA compliant products. So they've been around forever. They know what needs to happen. They've been around for 50 plus years.
50 plus years.
At this point, with the same owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So guys, if you're looking for a line that's really going to support you, make sure you support Kicker, because Kicker's been around. I remember selling Kicker in retail days. I used to sell a ton of Kickers, and let me tell you, that line has always been very impressive. So, guys, make sure you support a line that supports you. Kicker's the one to support. If you're looking for a line to add on that really, really cares about your company and your sales floor and your margins, make sure you support Kicker. One more thing I want to mention is Kicker is very, very clean online. Whatever product line of theirs you put up on Google, it's going to come up at full retail. So this is your chance and your opportunity to really make some coin. So if you aren't supporting a line that's making you money, shame on you, and hopefully you change that, because Kicker is definitely one of the lines you want to support.
So, guys, take a look at keep an eye out on your email, right? Because there's a blast email going out with some Kicker deals. Mm-hmm. Some of the deals that Blake and the purchasing team put out are like just crazy stupid. You definitely have to take a look at that. And then, of course, always call your Go Fast sales rep. He'll be dialed into what the specials are for the week for Kicker and for any of the items that we've mentioned here on our Facebook Live.
Correct, guys, and thank you for tuning in. We're not going to make this one long-winded. We're trying to make it shorter so you guys can enjoy some of the content. If you want to see some different stuff posted up on here, maybe even some of the trainings that we're doing live, let us know below at the comments field, so that way we can, we do read all these comments, and we do, make changes as we read them. So, guys, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget Knowledge Fest, June 7th to the 9th. If you haven't registered, make sure you go to register.kfest.me and use code GFKFAC 24, so that way you can get free entrance into Knowledge Fest.
That's correct.
So, guys, see you at Knowledge Fest. Make sure you visit our booth to join our after party and download Event Z to get some cool prizes. I want that Blaupunk e-bike, so if I win it, sorry, guys, shame on you. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Take care, guys.
Have
See
a
you
good
soon.
day. Later.